Hello, welcome to another episode of the Butter What Show. I'm Pat Regan. This is my lovely co-host BrianCMoses.com from BrianCMoses.com. And we have yet another, this month is full of them, 3D printing topic to talk to you about. And it is I watched Thomas Sandlatterer's video about the new E3D Revo Hot. Have you seen any of this yet, Brian?
I watched the video today. It looks really interesting. I remember it wasn't on my Prusa. I guess on my little MakerBot clone, I changed out a hot end once, and my experience with doing that was, God, that wasn't awful. But I never want to do that again unless I absolutely have to. And
So I think what you're telling me, Tubby, is that this new Revo Hot End makes it easier to change nozzles.
yes,
And I'm going to tell you, when I watched the first couple of minutes of this video, I was snoring. I was unexcited. It's like, who cares about any of it? And then I got to this point in the video, about, does it say here? About 3.5 minutes in, and I watched what he's doing here. And he is grabbing that silicone, twisting the nozzle, and pulling out this long piece of metal out of the hot end. Now, on our Prusa printers, and I imagine on the new Prusa XL that you ordered,
yep,
the nozzle is a tiny little piece at the end where all the melted plastic sits. And you get, the threads are down at the bottom by the heater, and you have to install and remove nozzles with the hot end brought up to temperature,
Yep.
because that plastic has to melt or else it's going to gum up the work. And it's a pain. You got to put a wrench on there. You have to put a wrench on the heater block. You have to be gentle, but not too gentle, or you're going to have a leak. It's not the sort of thing you would want to do in the middle of a print job.
no,
for sure.
for sure, yeah,
This you could do cold, because those threads are up at the, see that little, I can't point. I don't know if you'll even see my mouse pointer. But that little, it's brass up for about an inch. Then there's a little, well, it looks like steel, but I don't know the material. And then more brass up above.
mm-hmm.
That's the split between the hot side and the cold side. So all the threading is done up in
Where it's not
the
warm.
cold part of the, where it's not even warm. Yeah. So there's no molten plastic to gum
to
up
worry
your
about,
threads.
to even worry about. Yeah.
Yeah. So you could do this by hand.
Yeah.
You could swap a 0.2 millimeter nozzle for a 0.6 millimeter nozzle in the middle of a print. If that's, I can't imagine how you would slice that, but you could do it. You probably wouldn't do it in the middle of a print. I don't know that I want to buy this upgrade. I don't know that I want to do the work to put it on my printer. But if I had this, I would change hot ends before a print. I'd have, nothing would even make me decide not to.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm sure not doing it today. If I'm swapping to a 0.6 millimeter, it's staying on there for a week.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do it over and over. This I could do 3 times a day, and it'd
You'd
be
keep
fine.
a running tally of objects you wanted to print with a particular nozzle and just wait till that queue got deep enough to actually go through the effort of swapping the nozzle. Whereas on this, you could do it, one right after the other and not even.
Yeah, 0.6, 0.2, 0.4,
Yeah.
whatever. Back and forth, back and forth. And I looked up the prices, Tubby. I should have brought that page up before here, but it doesn't matter because they're in pounds, and I don't understand.
Yeah, he
pounds.
does it in the video. He converts it into pounds and euros and dollars, but
Yeah, and converting that and getting it shipped, I mean, it needs to be in a local store for me to buy it. But I want to say it was about 80 pounds or euros or something for the new hot end that gets you the 0.4 millimeter nozzle, and then it's another 40 pounds for a set of all the other nozzles. I think it's like 0.2, 0.6, and 0.8 come in the $40 set, and you already have the 0.4. And I think that's pretty reasonable, and it's compatible with the Prusa. You can pretty much drop it right in. I think I heard you might need a different length of PTFE too.
okay.
But it'll drop right in. But you ordered a Prusa XL.
I did.
And you get to change actual hot ends.
Yeah.
Mid-print.
That'll be interesting. That's a different way. That's a different way to solve that problem. More expensive, I expect.
It's way more expensive, but it's way easier, and it is something I bet you'll be able to. Like, I would bet you that you'll be able to set a Prusa slicer to use a 0.2 millimeter nozzle for your exterior, and then a 0.6 millimeter for your infill or something, and swap it every.
That's what
it wouldn't be every layer because the 0.2 is going to print. It's going to print like 8 layers, and then you'll put 1 layer of infill.
Yeah.
Chonky infill on the inside, or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of interested in.
But the heater block on this just kind of floats there on a little spring. It's pretty neat.
It's really neat. And it seems less, I mean, I don't know if this is true or not. It seems like it might be easier to, maybe less, not easier, but less intimidating to troubleshoot.
I think you're right about that.
I've gotten, down the road of troubleshooting 3D printer problems where there's a line somewhere there where I go, this is where I start getting uncomfortable, and it pretty much ends like right after clearing a filament jam of some sort. Like if I can't run, other filament through and clear it by hand, I've got a little skinny Allen wrench that's long that fits all the way down through. But
jam a lamb of that in there.
I can't make that work and I have to disassemble the whole hot end, that's right when I get into where I don't have as much confidence, and I know that that's the risk goes way up, and that I might be, without a 3D printer for a while.
And I think the timing on this was good, that this came out right as the Prusa XL is coming out. Because this would be a nice upgrade to give you some of what you get out of multiple hot ends with the XL. But those extra extruders for the XL, they're like $200 or something per extruder.
Yep.
Which extruder? God, I'm mixing terminology.
Which
hot end extruder? Yeah. But if I ever have to replace my I know it's not quite any. I don't understand the relationship between E3D and Prusa. I know this isn't the standard V6 hot end, but it's compatible, I think.
Okay.
But if I ever have to replace mine, I'm gonna definitely think about this as an upgrade. The E3D Revo.
The E3D
Revo.
Revo.
All caps.
So what you're saying is I should hang on to my Mark III, and I should upgrade it, and then have 2 3D printers.
But you're gonna have to let us know how you like your Prusa XL when it comes.
I was gonna check sometime this month if any of the dates have changed on my pre-order. I expect they'll contact me.
I would expect so too.
No, I mean,
I'd expect it to take longer instead of less time.
Yeah, no, the original date, and I didn't think that this was going to be the date, but the original date that they put on my invoice was the end of January. I mean, I signed.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm one of the first people, but I signed up the very first day, so we'll see. But yeah, you paid a deposit, and you have up until you pay for the full thing to change your mind on your configuration and options and accessories.
I think that's an episode.
I think that's an episode also.